Welcome to Did I Do That? First Steps. It's a little summertime podcast about designers who are just starting out and the things we sweat through while we're learning what design is all about. I'm your co-host and teacher, Sean Schumacher, leading our field trip into podcast land without having obtained the proper permission slips. And joining me today, as always, my co-host with the co-most, Gabe Bidney. Hi.
Hi, everyone. How are we doing today?
Oh, we're doing so great, Gabe. How are you doing?
I am so tired, but I think that's the way life goes at this point.
Yeah, as we're recording this, we're in the dregs of week 9, is it?
I like to call it, when you're wearing no-show socks and they just like fall to the abyss of your shoe. That's what this time of the term is.
They migrate toward.
Yeah.
Gabe, who's with us here today in the studio?
We are joined by the fantastic Nica.
Hello.
Nica, you are one of our classmates in Rodeo, the class that generated this. But you have a very important role in this show.
Mm-hmm.
As the guest?
well as
yes,
the fun...
there's that.
The fun inserts, the fun musical
inserts.
Yes.
I am doing the music for this show.
Yeah.
I have a background in music. That was sort of my first art form that I did. So taking those tools, helping y'all out.
Yeah, you are making a lot of really great soundscape music. You are a musical director, as it were.
Yes, I'm making my beats.
By Dre.
Beats by Dre. Congratulations on your $1 billion. What are you going to do with that $1 billion?
Get a boat, sail it far, tell no one.
You know what's so funny about that?
What?
Like this has low-key nothing to do with what we're about to talk about, but one of my old bosses is going super viral because he quit our old job and emptied out his 401k and bought a sailboat.
Oh no.
And then he just landed down in Hawaii.
Well,
yeah, and like last time I checked, because like I follow him and I like see everything he posts, but I don't like check his followers. Like that's not what I do. The last time I checked, he had like 15,000. I was like, good for him,
all right, okay.
And then I checked like the day before he went to Hawaii. He has like 1.7 million followers. And
I
was like, what happened?
People want to live that boat life, even though it is a black hole for money, as far as I'm aware. But yeah. I don't know. Maybe the $30 he'll earn from Instagram monetization will make up for that.
Well, he's getting like corporate sponsors now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is, I think that's such a funny full circle moment because he quit his job because he hated corporate.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's getting corporate.
You're so much deeper in it now.
But anyway, shout out Oliver, sailing with Phoenix. I'm sure he's going to do other voyages, but we should get back on track.
We should. Are we ready for our first segment?
I think we are.
Now it's time for inspiration. This is a mood board of what our designers are into and what's got them a little excited. And we always start with the brand of the week. I actually wanted to pitch this because I feel like brand of the week, it's a first draft of a name. What about Brand Watch? Brand Watch.
I am not a huge fan of the name. I
appreciate your honesty, Gabe.
I think, we're constantly watching every brand around us.
We are.
It's kind of like...
It's sort of what they want.
Yeah, but I feel like brand of the week feels a little more special.
Okay.
Feels a little more important.
There's a certain honorific quality to it. The Brand Watch just sort of sounds like we're keeping an eye on it, but it might be bad.
We're just brooding like Batman over the cityscape, But
is that what he's doing? Is he just looking down on Gotham's Times Square and checking out all the billboards and stuff?
My theory is
that's a new one for Rolex. Wow.
My theory is
I wanted one of those. I'm a billionaire. I could just buy one.
I think he does.
It's on my building now that I think about it.
I think he's just waiting for something to happen. He's got nothing to do all day, so he's just keeping an eye out.
Now, what if he starts to find mobile games? Is that going to be a real problem for sort of crime in
Gotham's
Gotham?
Fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Batman on Clash of Clans. It's over.
My friends are really into the Block Blast game.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
My theory about Batman just brooding on top of buildings is that he's manifesting the crime.
Oh,
So he
sure.
has something to do.
Billionaires never do stuff like that, so I can't imagine that could be true.
It's almost like he could systemically change the way Gotham City runs.
No, he would much rather do punching. That's sort of his vibe.
Yeah.
Anybody excited about the Angry Birds movie? Apparently there's another Angry Birds
Oh,
movie.
There's going to be
I
like
know.
a third.
You know, when
I'm wasting my brand of the week on that.
when I was a kid, my dad would take me to the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies, and he would.
Hey! Don't diss my
Oh,
goat.
I would never.
The first two.
Okay.
The
first two. Okay.
Anything
Okay.
after that, stay away from me.
Okay, but listen, he would look me in my little 10-year-old eyes, and he would say, "You know, you owe me one going forward."
Oh my God.
And I would say, "What do you mean? This movie is
That
so
bad?
good." Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
He was a brave soul about it, you know, but I feel the same way at the
Yeah.
Angry Birds.
It's hard to imagine what movie is going to be the makeup for that, because it's not going to be like he wants to go see The English Patient or something, you know.
It's just Oppenheimer.
Oh, no. Oh, but Gabe, do you have a brand of the week to kick us off?
I do have a brand of the week, and it's kind of in the same vein as watches.
Okay.
It's not watches, but when I think of watches, I think of British sophistication and something really old but timeless at the same time.
Oh, I like it so far.
And my brand of the week is actually a rebrand that could not piss me off more
Oh, boy.
because it's very near and dear to my heart as a car person.
Oh, yeah.
And Sean, I think you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, is it Jaguar?
It is Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Nica, are you familiar with this whole debacle?
I am not. Please tell me more.
There's backstory to this.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Because I remember this story coming across the wires, which I watch like Batman, high from above.
Yeah.
And I felt very confused because I hadn't really thought about Jaguar for many years.
Neither had anyone else, which is the problem.
Yeah, and the things that I do know about them is that they produce some of the least reliable cars that any humans have ever made.
They do now. So the thing is, Jaguar used to be. This is how the brand was positioned in my head. It was below Aston Martin, but it was above BMW
Sure.
in terms of performance pedigree.
Yeah, this is a classy car for
Yeah.
a classy individual who has a lot of money for maintenance.
But they also did really well in racing, and
Sure.
they had very experimental cars for a long time, which is why they're not reliable. But they're also one of those companies that's kind of bounced around in ownership a lot.
Always a good sign, too.
Like Lamborghini, but that's a whole nother thing. But Jaguar was losing market share so fast in the 2010s. Yes.
Just plummeting.
Yeah. And they're like, we need to make a change, you know? The thing about Jaguar is they don't make profitable vehicles. They only make performance, kind of
Despite the fact that
upscale.
this segment is supposedly all just margin, they forgot to put margin on the cars that
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
selling. Great.
Yeah, and then they were like, you know what would be great for our luxury cars is if we just stopped making them nice.
Oh, that's an interesting
I
technique.
love when they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To combat this, they just stopped building cars for a year.
Oh,
Just period.
Oh,
And they were able to do that because no one bought the cars from the previous year. And they were like, we have plenty of inventory left over.
oh, wow.
We'll be fine. And they
We're
took
just
that
taking
year.
it's a gap year, really. We wanted to
Yeah.
go wander around Europe and figure out ourselves a little
Yeah.
bit.
And so they took that time to rebrand this, Nica, is
I
what they
have
went
seen
to.
that. Oh,
Right?
no.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing that really pisses me off is there's a commercial for it, and you would think Jaguar is some upcycle fashion thing from this
Forever
commercial.
21, another famously successful brand.
The problem is it just feels like they're pandering to Gen Z in the most offensive way possible. Because it's you don't see a single car in their whole ad.
Always a good sign.
And it's just people serving looks at the camera.
Well, and the Jaguar thing, that looks like skincare to me.
Yeah.
Specifically, that kind of looks like Korean skincare.
Exactly.
That is such
Yeah.
a good call. That is absolutely the aesthetic of Korean skincare.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that irked me because some of my favorite cars ever have been Jaguars.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why did you do this? You know, because I understand that sports cars aren't profitable anymore and you have to pivot. But come on.
I kind of love that brand of the week is basically all about so far just people trying to pander to Gen Z and Gen Z in this program slapping back at them and saying, how dare you?
Yeah.
Because it
Stop
feels
it.
offensive.
It
Yeah.
does.
There's something so insulting about it that's like, is this really what you think we want?
Yeah.
Come on.
The crassness of it is pretty blatant.
And car companies are so notorious for this. And it's
Especially
really
when you're
funny.
making a Kia level product, you know.
It might even be below. Because at least the hamsters were
I've
funny.
owned a Kia. I don't know. That's pretty low.
The hamsters were funny, though. I can't lie, for the Kia Soul
And
thing.
that's what resonates with Gen Z.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it resonated with seniors way more.
Really?
That car was perfect for seniors, which is why so many seniors bought them.
Yeah.
That's why I could afford mine.
Yeah, they were easy to get in and out of. They were pretty spacious.
Yeah. Honestly,
Relatively good gas mileage.
I really enjoyed my Soul, and
Yeah.
had it not been crushed into a cube by being run into by a gigantic truck, I probably would still have it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It worked for
Yeah, it
a
was-
lot of people.
They're not very good in crashes. Is sort of the one big
That kind of
problem.
surprises me with the shape of the frame and everything.
Yeah, I think the problem is all trucks now are
Ginormous.
11 feet tall, and so they just sort of run over things.
Yeah.
When the bumper is like not even proximate to like I think if trucks got much higher, they would actually be above the height of the Kia Soul, which might be a benefit. Maybe that's what we should start doing.
You don't want to get hit by the axle of a pickup truck.
You know what? Fair enough.
Trust me. I know from experience it's not fun.
No, I'm not going to inquire further as to how that happened. Nica, do you have a brand of the week?
I do have a brand of the week, but it's more focused on a product of the
Ooh.
week.
Oh.
Are you guys familiar with Yoo-Hoo glue?
I mean, I'm familiar with Yoo-Hoo, the chocolate milk beverage, but there's a glue?
So this glue, it's spelled UHU.
Oh, sure. I know that. Yes.
This glue is the most German looking glue that you could possibly find.
Very much so.
You know what it looks like?
What?
It looks like Carmex.
Yeah.
The packaging looks like Carmex.
I
mean,
used
it'll also kill a cold sore, I bet.
It'll kill you. It'll glue your mouth shut.
I have glued my fingers together with it a lot. I used it. I found it for the first time in a puppet making class.
Oh.
Yeah, here at PSU. I think it was last spring. It was so awesome.
I didn't even know we had a puppet making class.
So technically it was an animation class, but the way that the kind of schedule was set up and the time frame worked out is in our 10-week quarter, it was 9 weeks of puppet making. And then it was like maybe a week of animation kind of.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's how a lot of our classes have to
And
work.
I had a great time, and that's okay. So I made a puppet and I like moved it around. I made a stop motion short film. So that was cool. But I was seeing this Yoo-Hoo glue for the first time, and I was like, wow, that is just one of the most German things I have seen in my entire life.
so
It
is.
really is. For the listeners at home, this is a bright yellow package with some very plain, mid-century modern, like Helvetica adjacent black type. The thing that it immediately called to mind, I don't know if you're familiar with this brand at all. This is a Canadian discount grocery store chain called No Name. And all their products are in-house brands, like no-name brands,
Yeah.
but they're all just black type with yellow. And it is one of the most bizarre grocery stores to go to. Owned by some terrible people, but we don't need to get into that.
Do good people own grocery stores?
I'm not sure good people are in business just generally. But yeah, grocery stores especially seem to have a pretty poisonous group attached to their leaderships. But yeah, it is funny. There is something very, very remarkable about seeing just a yellow package with just like so little else going on.
No context.
No, it like screams at you. It like feels like a road warning sign almost.
Well, and I kind of love it personally. It depends on the thing, that grocery store thing you're just showing me. I don't know. I enjoy that. I think that that's cool. I think if all of the walls are filled with that, I would lose my mind.
Yeah, I think it's all about the context of where this thing is, because obviously, like, if you were in a country you didn't read the language of, like, let's say we all didn't like read or speak English, and you saw that product, you would have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
And
No.
I think that's a big issue, that a lot of that type of branding is missing the point of. Is like you need like recognition for people who maybe can't read.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yoo-hoo definitely sounds a lot more fun than
It sounds like candy.
a very dangerous glue actually would be.
Yeah.
Do not ingest this very dangerous glue. It's not a no-name brand chocolate bar.
I'm looking at you, Tide Pods. I'm looking at you. That looks like candy packaging. Let's be honest here. It looks like flavor blasted goldfish, but sweet.
I don't know if I agree.
Really?
Why are you eating the Tide Pods, Gabe?
I'm not. I'm just saying. Huh. That
That's
looks
fair.
like candy.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that Tide walked it back from, putting a little stick on the end of the Tide Pods and showing a boy dressed in a sailor suit just licking it like a lollipop.
Like you can't tell me this isn't candy packaging adjacent.
No, I just think with the size of it, it's maybe a clue.
Yeah. And
Into-
the fact that it's surrounded by laundry detergent in a store. But
They also now have, and I feel like this is probably a late ad, they have a little piece of packaging that is just like a paper like that you have to brush past to reach in that does say like, this is not food, do not eat it, which is a very funny, like, we really have serious doubts about the veracity of our product, that this is the solve, to glue in a little slip of paper that you have to touch every time you reach into the thing.
yeah,
Are we ready for our second segment?
I think we are.
Now it's time for Perspiration. This is the segment where we find out a little bit more about our students and kind of make them sweat just a little bit, which is easy to do because it's a little hot in the studio today. Gabe, do you want to spin the wheel on Gabe's Gauntlet?
Nica, are you ready to sweat?
I am ready.
I am also ready to sweat, and I am noticing that there's an ant on your microphone cord, Gabe, which I don't know what to do about.
Oh.
Oh.
Question 10.
Ooh.
Oh, this is fun. This is kind of on brand for our branding
Is
discussion.
it really?
I love brands, and I think this question is fun.
Hit me with
Nica,
it.
which water bottle brand do you like the least?
Oh, I don't
Oh.
drink that. I'm from
But-
Portland.
So,
I don't need
so
to.
valid. That is so valid.
I think it's funny when people have preferences, though, because I'm like, where are you from?
Yeah.
See, I have preferences because of my year I lived in California.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
That'll do it.
I refuse to drink tap
Well,
water.
Vegas is very much the same way.
Yeah.
A lot of people have Sparklets subscriptions where they will actually, have office-sized 5-gallon jugs of water brought to their home every week, and then everybody just drinks out of that. Admittedly, the tap water there is full of rocket fuel, so that's
It'll get you
don't
going.
want to drink that.
Is it really?
It
Yeah.
is,
Oh.
yeah. The unfortunate thing about being next to a very popular Air Force base is you
Yep.
kind of there's some leaching of chemicals into the
Through the
fake-
ground.
through the ground, and also dumped into the lake too.
Yeah, that too.
Also, mobster corpses and all kinds of other
Sean's
great.
tastes are a little off.
Yeah, again, I
Oh,
think
yeah,
we've talked
Sean.
about this in
Yeah.
class that if I like a product, you can almost guarantee it's about to be discontinued.
Yeah.
My beloved friend cereal, which I think I've bought all of in the entire metro area. I currently own, I believe, north of 20 boxes
What?
of Friends
Crazy.
cereal. That's as much as I could find, everybody.
It
Wait, what is
almost
this?
had.
This is a cereal themed on the TV show Friends.
Oh.
It's coffee flavored. I need it to live. And now it is dead, and I am desperate for it. But that is usually the case with products I like. Just this morning, I found out the browser that I use is being discontinued. So, truly,
Wow.
no joy in Mudville for old Sean.
The Friends cereal also doesn't have pictures of the people from Friends on it.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, this is maybe a good monetization strategy for me, which is like, what if I offer myself up as I will not endorse your product if you pay me money?
Ooh, maybe
Like,
you say
I've
you
been trying
hate
to
it.
do it the other way. And if you tell me, like, actually, if you hate our product, then everyone wins because then the product will be successful and I get money. I don't know. What do we think of this strategy?
I love that. I
Yeah.
think that's brilliant.
A little reverse psychology.
Like truly playing to my strengths
Yeah,
of liking bad
absolutely.
things,
Yeah.
bad unpopular things. I feel like we need to dip back into Gabe's Gauntlet.
Oh, we need
Let's
another
give it another
question?
spin.
Let's do it. She's a spinning.
She's spinning.
Wait, my bad. Copyright infringement. Yes! Yes. Question 1.
Question
the greatest
1.
question of all time.
Wow, top of the list.
I love it so much. Actually, we all know what question 1 is.
Oh, we know.
Because we shot it during the pilot.
Oh, that's right.
Nica, if you were on a road trip and you had to stop at a random gas station for snacks,
Oh.
what would you get? You get 1 candy, 1 non-candy snack, and 1 drink.
I think candy,
Uh-huh.
Tootsie Pop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Either of the 2 red ones, the raspberry or the cherry.
Cherry on top, in my opinion.
Gardettos, because I like the salt.
so
But the thing
valid.
is, I'm a very like savory person. I don't like sweets that much. There's not a lot of good snackies of that realm at the standard gas station. Sometimes you find like the perfect gas station and it just
Yeah. You either get like chips or you get like Chex Mix adjacent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like jerky, you know?
You know, I recently got into jerky.
I love jerky.
I feel like an adult. It's nice.
I recently got into the Jerky Boys and their prank calls that have aged so well. So well. Don't listen to the Jerky Boys, everybody.
I feel like
you real
prank
sad.
calls in general have aged terribly.
I think all humor from the early to mid 90s has aged terribly.
I would agree.
Humor ages, I think, one of the worst of any products. Humor might as well be made entirely out of milk. Just completely rots very fast.
Yeah. But I think it makes it more special in the moment.
That's
'Cause
true.
We all agree on something at this point in time, and then after that, I don't know.
I'm looking at you, Fushigi.
Yeah, that's why my product that I'm getting is milk. No better place to buy it than at the gas station.
Yeah.
A delicious fresh milk.
This hypothetical gas station in the middle of nowhere that you know has not been getting shipments.
What do you mean? I mean, the sell-by date has been clearly rubbed off, but I assume that was just by accident from the machinery.
Well, and it's all a suggestion,
Yeah.
ultimately. So,
You know, sometimes you got to chew your milk. That's fine.
yeah.
Chunky style.
But Nica, what's your drink?
My drink is the sparkling cranberry pomegranate yerba mate, which also they've done a rebrand recently. The yerba mate rebrand. Have you guys seen it?
The one that makes it look like twisted tea.
Oh.
Yes, it is the same thing as before, but slightly different.
Oh, like Walmart.
They took off all the decorations on the sides of the cans, and now it's just yellow.
Oh.
So it looks even more like twisted tea now.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
So I think what we would call a flat market in economics. Not exactly a great place to be as a company.
Yes.
I think realizing that.
No, Sean.
Yes. What is mine? I think I'm going to go all Arizona on this.
Oh, like iced tea?
Yes, I want to get a Arizona themed keychain. I want to get a.
That's not a food.
He's hungry.
It's a delicious food. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll also get those Arizona fruit snacks that they have.
Oh, I've never had one of those, but I see them sometimes.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, they're honestly okay. I'm not mad about them anytime I have them. And I, of course, will get an Arizona iced tea. It must say 99 cent on it, and they must adhere to it. And you can report them to the Arizona company if they don't do it.
Really?
You can,
Yeah,
yes.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Although if it doesn't say 99 cent on it, then they've made a deal with the Arizona company that they can charge more, which is a weird thing about that scam.
Yeah.
I don't quite understand how it works.
Me either. I love Arizona iced tea, specifically the mucho mango juice cocktail
Of course.
with type that looks vaguely close to papyrus, but that's besides the point.
Papyrus.
I know it's not because it's not like, the weird like shaky thing. But I think for my pick for these, it's a little all over the place because some days I'm feeling one thing, some days I'm feeling another. But I think what I'm going for, if this were to be today, for the drink, I'm getting a brisk pink lemonade.
Brisk.
Yep.
All right.
The sugariest drink of all time.
Yeah, you are going to be awake for a while
Yeah.
on that and then crash hard.
Yeah, because like in my head, I'm the one driving on this road trip, so I need that energy. you know?
That's
Yeah.
fair.
For my non-candy snack, it's between like a Jack Link's like meat stick, which is such a crazy thing to say out loud.
Yeah. It'll be great if you have a Bigfoot encounter. Then you can really stick it to
then I'll
him.
just like throw it at him.
Oh, thank God! Finally, I get to enjoy the Jack Links.
Yeah.
Why did they make the Bigfoot sort of a Trix Rabbit type character in those ads?
I don't know, but the Trix Rabbit scared the living shit out of me when I was little.
There's a
Oh
lot
my
of
gosh,
those
yeah.
cereal mascots that are attempting to steal the cereal because they're not allowed to have it. What's that bit? What is the purpose of that? Do
to make
children want mascots that are trying to steal cereal from them?
I think it's to make the experience seem like it's special every time.
I think
Because
it's
something wants to take it, so it must be of value.
Yeah, I think it taps into the hunter-gatherer instincts early. too.
I love that. Just psychological games we're playing with children.
Mm-hmm.
This cereal's worthless.
Always.
Oh, but this rabbit wants it.
I feel like they play more psychological games with children in brandings than they do any other group.
It's
Yeah.
probably why, marketing to children should be illegal. But yeah,
Yeah.
let's not take work away from ourselves, our future selves, should we go into advertising.
Oh, but the other option is Pringles.
Pringles, a classic.
But
I feel like-
specifically the like short one.
Yeah,
that
the
you
little short can.
You don't have
What
to just
kind?
original.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Solid.
something about me that might be the biggest red flag of my life.
Oh.
I am not a fan of most flavored chips.
Oh.
I think that's okay.
I'm also there with you. I feel like stuff that goes on a chip, and frankly, also on a pizza, tends to be hiding what the actual flavor is of the product and may mean that the product itself is worse.
I was having a conversation very similar to this with someone also in the program, Aline.
Yes.
If you have watched Show and Tell, she was the host.
Yeah, the host of Show and Tell this past term.
Yeah, but Aline loves ketchup. And I was saying I would rather have a really good fry with no sauce than a mediocre fry with a really good sauce.
Wow. That's hardcore.
I think it's the Raising Cane's debate. Because like Raising Cane's, they don't season their chicken and the chicken tastes like cardboard by itself, but the cane sauce is good,
I have a confession.
Please.
I'm not a sauce person.
I'm also not a sauce person.
Okay, good.
Ketchup is the one sauce on fries that I will do. But if I'm having a sandwich, no sauces
Yeah.
on that.
Not even
Well-
mayo?
No, I don't want a wet sandwich. That's a
You
horrible.
want a dry sandwich?
Yes, I do.
No, I'll do
Yes,
a
I
wet
do,
sandwich.
Gabe.
Wet-
I don't
wet sandwich all the
resonate
way.
with this
If
part.
it's-
Too extreme.
yeah,
if
too
it's,
much.
if
too
it's
much.
cold, it needs mayo. It needs
I
it
agree.
bad.
All you taste is the mayo. I'm realizing that the entire audience is screaming at me right now. Truly furious with me for this position.
I was hesitant to bring it up in the first place, but I'm not a big fast food sauce person. That's kind of my
fair.
area.
That's fair.
Other things, I definitely am, but
if it's delivered in a little foil packet, it's probably not going to be a very high quality
No,
sauce.
probably not.
Almost guaranteed.
Yeah. The Portland ketchup, though, is on top. I love that stuff.
Hey, yeah.
But back to my answer. my last thing, the candy. I was thinking about it the other day. Normally, my answer is always Mike and Ike's because they're my favorite candy ever. And they're very poppable and they're very road trippable. But someone recently brought a gumball machine into the class.
Yes, one of the most rancid gumball machines
And
ever.
why was the gum so bad?
I think because it predates you being alive. That's probably the core problem.
It had flavor for maybe 2 minutes,
Uh-huh.
and then it was just like paste in my mouth.
2 minutes is longer than I would expect. I will say.
Yeah. But the mystery candy that I'm going to now reveal is gobstoppers.
Gobstoppers.
I miss them so much. I haven't had a gobstopper in years, and I'm like, I need that. And I was thinking about it. It's a fantastic road trip treat.
Yes.
Because they last forever.
That I will say, and that's also part of the Wonka candy brand deal, which is very weird because Wonka in that movie is famously a chocolate maker. And I believe the weird thing that I recall hearing is that the rights for making candy and chocolate were split up, and the chocolate is in litigation. And that's why when they made that Wonka movie, there's no chocolate being sold in association with it. No even chocolate products, chocolate coated things. The candy, though, fine to make. It's very strange.
That is crazy. I've never noticed that.
Contracts. Very weird. I love that, Gabe. Do we want to maybe do a design confession?
I think we should.
These, of course, are confessions that were taken from our fellow students in DES 425 Rodeo here at PSU. Did you submit any design confessions into the pot, Nica?
Yes, I did submit one, and if mine gets pulled, it will be very obvious.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, this first one comes from I don't know because it's anonymous. like all of these were supposed to be.
Yes, except for one of them.
This one says, learned what Command W does in Illustrator the hard way once.
Oh, no.
Pressed it instead of Command S and was confused what I did, but carrying on, I pressed OK.
No.
I didn't save the file, but deleted it.
That is not what that OK button should do, for one.
Yeah.
That's rough. That's a bad day.
Yeah, I've been in a similar situation, but...
Wait, refresh me. What is Command W? And
it like force quits, right?
No, it closes the window.
Yeah.
But that pop-up is meant to save you. It's meant to be like, oh, are you sure?
Oh.
But I have also done this when I am maybe not working with my full brain in the interface, like more my brain is in the project or my brain is in a horrible email that I'm writing regarding the project or some other entirely out of body experience that I'm dealing with. You sometimes see the dialogue box and you go, yeah, get out of here. You're in my way. And that's a bad one because then the file is gone and all the changes that you made unrecoverable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we don't read. We're designers. We don't read.
Yeah, we don't handle text or body copy or anything
never.
like that. We
Never.
never read. That's so real though, because like I'll see the thing pop up and I'm like, oh, this is just asking me if I want to save, and I'll be like, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But then if it goes, okay, well, where do you want to save it? I'm like, okay, get out of my face, like quit.
Stop asking me shit like that.
Exactly. I'm like, stop.
Yeah, the fact that we're inundated with pop-ups all the time to do our most daily tasks, like constantly we're being barraged by, notifications asking us like, you just signed up for the thing, but do you want to actually sign up for a yearly plan of the thing that you've never tried before, even once? We're going to remind you of it 4 or 5 times today.
And then even if you don't say yes, we're still going to start charging you.
Oh, but that's the secret of capitalism. Yeah, that is
one of them.
One of them. One of the many terrible secrets of capitalism. Yeah, I think that's a pretty easy one to absolve because I think we've all been there.
Yeah.
Gabe, do you have another confession?
I do have one. And this one's bad.
Uh-oh.
This one's really bad, and it makes me really sad that it's real.
I'm worried.
Random person said, I used to think image trace by itself was good enough without cleaning anything up.
Oh, God. Oh.
They had a saving grace in there. They could have been like, oh, but I would go back and clean it up. And I'm like, it's not great.
No, it's pretty bad.
But it's better. It's better if you go back and clean it up.
Yeah.
Without cleaning anything up is crazy.
It produces such gnarly results. I feel like, there's often a thing that I have noticed with folks who are new to digital illustration where there is a gap in between what they want to do and what they can do.
Yeah.
When you are looking at the file, though, and it looks that gnarly, the way that a live trace does just right out of the box, that makes me sad. Because that's like,
yeah,
you really gotta interrogate something in yourself if that's okay.
Absolutely. I mean, I had a blossoming relationship with image trace for a while.
You had a fling with image trace.
Yeah, me and image trace.
Tell me more.
No, we it started getting pretty serious, and then I eventually...
Did y'all move in?
No, not quite. It was too soon. I got to stay responsible with it.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah, we would at least get our own rooms,
Oh, gotcha.
No, and then I think I really realized that this was not a tool that was helping me anymore.
Yeah.
It was something that was just harming the work because it was that bridge of this gap of what I could do and what I wanted to do. And so I stopped using image trace permanently up until very recently.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just started using image trace, I swear, within the past week. Image trace and I,
Wow.
we're talking again a little bit. But
So don't get back together with your ex.
no, I won't. I've learned the hard way, but
Me too.
it's funny because it's true.
Shout out to all my exes.
Hey,
Do they live in
guys,
Texas or?
No, they live in Northeast Portland.
That's good. I don't have very many listeners in
stay
Texas.
away. No, you'll see them everywhere, Gabe.
My exes?
Yeah, if your exes live in Portland, you'll see them. Whatever. We don't need to talk about this.
You know what? When this goes live, I'm gonna send this to one specific ex. And
Oh.
I think they might watch it. To be honest with you.
That's really nice.
Oh.
Like
Just-
in a loving way or
No.
hateful?
Oh. Well, I don't know what to do about that.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, me and Image Trace I'm trying to figure out appropriate boundaries. And it's been nice.
Yeah.
It's been really chill thus far. Because I think, what do you guys think? I think it's a tool that is helpful and almost necessary in certain scenarios.
Well, and I think that's the thing, is like, it is a tool, and when you know how to use it, when you know how to interrogate it, and you're cleaning up what it does wrong, which is many of the things, I think that's a very different story than somebody who's just like, I did a drawing and now I put it in, and it doesn't look like I inked the drawing, it just looks bad.
Yeah.
That's a very different scenario.
Yeah, absolutely. I will say, I think that there's a point in that beginning learning curve, though, where it is so cool to see your stuff digitized, even if it's like a
truly
mutated version.
Yeah. Well, and that's not a bad stage to be in, because it keeps you going through what is a very hard time in your creative practice, where like you really don't know what you're doing quite yet. And like that pride, if that's keeping you going, enjoy it, love it. But also bring a critical eye to things too, so that you can keep growing and not just celebrate. I live trace. I've been in this 20 years and I'm just live tracing everything.
I sure hope not.
I print out my Word docs and scan them back in and live trace them. The type looks great.
Okay, here's my thing, right? Because sometimes I love when you use a tool to make something look intentionally like bad.
Yeah.
Time and place.
Absolutely.
There's a time and place for all of this. That's what people really need to learn, is like they're using image trace at the wrong time.
Yeah.
For the wrong thing. And like, I think if you're just like trying to put your sketch into something, just scan it. There's so many resources to just scan things, you know?
Raster is fine. Raster does great.
Take a damn picture.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Honestly, I don't scan things very often. I just take a photo. I use the scanner in my notes app. Pop it into Photoshop.
Works
That's
great.
it.
Yeah. I scan some of the posters I make just because I want images to look like the real thing when I put them places. Like, I don't want to just like have, here's the perfect crispy PDF of this poster I made.
No paper texture of it at all.
Yeah. Well, and I use a lot of like specialty paper, and I want people to know because it's so cool. I used this pearlescent paper the other day, and it's so
the Kelly
pretty.
paper
Makes me so happy.
Wait, you printed on it successfully?
Yeah, I screen printed.
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I used like it's really funny. I was doing a print for my screen printing class, believe it or not, and I used very transparent brown ink, and I was like making fun of like Warhol's like thing where he has like Marilyn Monroe and like all these different colors, but I wanted it to do like my different skin tones throughout the seasons because I tan so heavy. And so like I had different like halftone values for different versions of like my cartoon face I do.
Hey, that's great.
But I messed up the halftones, so 2 of them are just brown.
Oh.
Like there's no variation in skin tone at all. They're just like all the way brown, and I'm like, oh.
Halftones are hard in screen printing, in fairness.
Yeah. Usually I'm pretty good about it, like the t-shirt I made, but it was really funny. But I used the transparent because I was printing on the pearlescent paper and I wanted the pearl to come through, and that worked. So I was very happy about that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Amazing. What do we say? Do we want to move on to our third segment?
Yeah.
Now it's time for materialization. This is the segment where we talk about manifesting our future for our design students, be that over summer or over their next 40 years. Nica, do you want to tell us where you want to go, either in summer or, kind of career-wise?
Absolutely.
What are your goals? What are your aspirations?
Yeah, I mean, more immediate goals. Right now, I am working on a targeted portfolio to get a potential internship this summer.
Yes.
Ooh,
Very good
sweet.
idea. A lot of people maybe don't know, like, a targeted portfolio is a great way to, like, just show off the work that fits the best for a prospective employer without, complicating things by showing them stuff that doesn't make sense for them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been cool going through the work that I have to and seeing, picking apart like which really will apply and like taking a super specific lens to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's sort of my more immediate thing that's happening right now as we are speaking. I'm hoping to finish that up today or tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah, big steps. I feel like an adult last night. I'm I'm working on my portfolio and I'm prepping for this podcast, and it's like,
it makes me feel like a rock star. I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting things done.
Yeah.
Gabe is Hannah Montana.
I said that the other day.
Really?
Yeah. It was when Ellie was throwing her prom, and I was like, during the day I'm professional and I'm like running this design club, but at night I'm a rock star at prom as a 23-year-old.
Was it fun?
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I have so many pictures to show you.
That's awesome.
Great. That's great.
But what about some long-term goals? Are you like, what do you want to do after school? Do you know?
Yeah, I have some ideas. I mean, I have my ideal goals in my life, and then I have my kind of more realistic, and I'm down to like blend the two of them or sort of see what happens. Right now, I'm really gravitating towards print media. I love layout work specifically, and like type and Photoshop and just kind of all these things that go together to make things like magazines and books and stuff like that. I actually started a music magazine last term highlighting local Portland musicians. Yeah, I've never talked to either of you guys about this.
I didn't realize that, no.
It's not, the first issue isn't finished because it was something that I was doing through my page design thing, but I took a couple local bands within the area that I'm friends with and that I just admire, and I interviewed them. I did some photo shoots. I've got a couple more I want to get done before I'm able to release this issue because I want to have it be a really packed bill, but it's cool because it's a blend of music, which was my first love and sort of my first like really serious hobby that I took up, and design, which is now like my career and everything that I'm trying to build up that toolkit. So the other cute note is when I started college, I was going to Seattle University and I was studying journalism.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, so it's I think I was sitting with this idea at one point, and I had assignment to make the subculture book, and I was talking to actually Kathleen about what I should do. And
yeah, the great Kathleen Barnett, who was former art director of the Portland Mercury.
Yeah, she's also my mentor, which is really cool for me. And so we were chatting about what this book could be, and I was talking about how I kind of had just realized that I wanted to make this music magazine, and she was like, you should do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I said, like, I don't know if I'll have enough time. I started making the excuses. I don't know if I'll have enough time. I don't know if I'll get it done, like all these things. And then I sort of sat with it for a sec, and I realized I could just start it. Yeah. And after thinking it through a little bit more, I realized this is like the connection point of everything I've ever wanted to do.
Yeah.
So it feels really good to even just have that like so heavily in process.
Yeah.
And at a really good time. I have just a bunch of friends in really cool places in their like, I don't know, just music trajectory that I think are going other really cool places, and I would love to, be able to promote them along the way. And I have a really big passion about community and people who prioritize that in a very real way. I think it's clear, and I want to be able to uplift that energy versus there's a lot of things in the Portland music scene that I think kind of gravitate to the more toxic sides of community and music culture, and there's enough people promoting that. I want to promote things that I really believe in. So I started off on that. That's something that I hope continues.
Talk about a full circle moment, too, to be like, starting in journalism at a different school and to actually find like something that truly unites your passions of design, music, and journalism together.
Yeah,
like, that's so incredible.
It's been really cool. And I've been like writing all of the things, too, and doing all these interviews. And it's just a lot of skills that I had ahead of time that I honestly never thought I would be using again. They were just coming back to me. So.
Yeah. And thankfully, this is a perfect time, too, because there is a real like small magazine revival, but also small press seller revival in this town. Like there's a lot of people who are, in the market for selling that exact kind of magazine.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, and there's Chess Club. I've got some friends playing at Pabs Fest this summer, which is really cool. Everybody check out Dust Bunny. Shout out. No, I'm really excited for them, though.
I see Dust Bunnies every time I look under my bed. I need to. It's been a busy term. I haven't had a chance to sweep.
And that's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I think your love of community is something that I've really gravitated towards this past term, like being in all the design club stuff. And it really shows. And it's something I really appreciate because it makes it a lot easier when I don't have to get people excited about trying to create community. When I have people around me who are just excited to create community, it makes things so much easier.
Yeah.
And it makes it a whole lot more like, a positive situation instead of like, oh, we need to do this thing. You're like, no, I want to do this thing.
Yeah.
But then you also run into situations where I'm like, we can't do that. and it's put me in a weird position a couple of times where I'm just like, that's just too far fetched. I'm sorry. Cause I'm like, I want this to happen. I want this to work, but I also don't want you to like break your heart with
no,
something.
I got a strong heart. I got a strong and sturdy heart. I think you communicate that really well too. We had one of those conversations the other day, and I know it's like the energy's so there, but sometimes things just can't work out in time. That's okay.
Yeah. I think that a unique ability that you and also like Julia have is that even if I'm like, we can't do this, you're like, okay, but we can do like something else. Like we can figure something else out. And I think that's how that conversation went. And it was a lot more fun that way.
Well, and I think that is an important, like, to talk about your leadership skills too. Like, I think that's a really important thing of being a leader of a thing is like finding what is going to be the best fit for the various skill sets that we have, but also what is realistic and how can we maneuver things so that they are kind of the best bet for everybody involved. Like, you know, with the materials that we have, with the time and money we have, and also just like with the skill sets that are available to support something like that.
Yeah.
It's a hard balance.
But yeah, and the one thing that I just can't deal with is like lack of effort or like caring. And I think that you guys have that in loads. And I'm like, fantastic.
Yeah. Well, because if you don't care, why are you here?
Exactly.
You know?
That's my whole thing. I'm like, I'm not here to make people excited to be here. I'm here to like do things. And if I have to just start at square one and like, come on guys, we can do this. it gets old really fast. Because then you also kind of feed off of the people around you. And if you like are around people who don't want to do anything, you're just like, you know.
It's one of the worst feelings possible, I think.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing about the community that we've built together here is like you all are as excited about this stuff as we are. And like, that's why things happen. It's this self-perpetuating machine. Yeah. So I love it.
Yeah, me too.
I do want to like kind of circle back. And so like you started your college career at Seattle University. Were you living in Seattle at the time?
Yeah. So I was living in Seattle for about 6 months. It was split up. I had a summer in between each like 3-month chunk. And then I realized it wasn't working for me. I moved back here and I took the rest of the year. I think I moved back officially in the winter or the spring of 2022.
Oh,
yeah.
Sure.
And I'm from Portland originally, so I moved there, came back. I took a couple months to figure out what I wanted to do because I'm very passionate about higher education, especially being something that for a lot of people is such a privilege, making sure that you're actually doing what you want to do instead of, you know, feeling pressure from other things.
Yeah.
So I sat with that and I realized I really wanted to do graphic design. And so I really like intentionally came to PSU for that because I heard the program was really good. And I think partially because I knew the community would be awesome and I could do it really well, that kind of propels my passion for everything because I know everybody else has the same ideas and the same energy around it.
Yeah.
So it's been really beneficial for me to be here. I love this program. I'm really happy to be a part of it. And I think these past few months being in design club with Gabe and even like getting the chance to interact with you, Sean, more and be in rodeo and do all these things, it's felt like such an upgrade to the previous idea of a community that I had before.
Yeah.
And I think it was something that I was sort of in awe of, but now I'm like still in awe of, but also comfortable in.
Yeah.
That's
it's
great.
interesting. Yeah, it's really cool. So I'm very happy.
I feel like we have very similar trajectories when it comes to school. Like we're around the same age and like we went somewhere and then we came back and it's like a whole, it's hard to describe to other people like that feeling. Cause you go somewhere and you're like, oh, like this is different. And then you come back and you're like, I'm not exactly the same as before.
Yeah.
Like you have a different experience.
You really do. It changes you.
Yeah.
And weirdly, like Nica, I had almost exactly the same experience in college. Like I started off, I went to the other school in Nevada, the one in Reno. They did have a good journalism program and I went there and I immediately did not feel like I fit in with that community. And I dropped out a week into my time there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Went back home to Vegas. I admittedly a few more steps before I found graphic design.
And that's okay.
But, you know, it was also a little bit more under the radar at that time, too. And, you know, we had a very, very small program in Vegas. But it is remarkable when you find the community that makes the most sense to you, how much like things blossom, how much. And I feel like that is such a special, unique thing that we get to have here.
Absolutely. I think that there's also the first step is finding it.
Yeah.
But then even after you find it, to feel comfortable enough to actually take action in it and like, I don't know, just take that active role. It takes a little longer. I think almost every time it takes a little bit. And I know I'm a junior right now. We're wrapping up this year and I'm going to be a senior next year. And I can't help but think about all the lovely people that I have met now that I wish that I knew a little earlier. And I think transferring here was kind of hard because it's a commuter school. And so there's not a lot of community within the school itself. And so I think being able to find this pocket that's like such a family of like people who have similar interests and are so nerdy. Everybody's such a freak.
It's
and
so
they're
fun.
So passionate.
It's so fun.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, and I know I'm a little bit more of like I'm a deep chiller. Like I'm a lot more like laid back. I don't have the most I don't know, crazy energy when I'm like excited about things. It kind of sounds really similar to when I'm medium on them. So being around like such rambunctious people, I wasn't sure if I would be able to hang, honestly. But it's been really cool to settle into that dynamic because sort of similar to a team role, everybody has their strengths and their weaknesses. And I think there's always ways where you can figure out how to fit.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I think one place that I've definitely seen that energy come out is when you were playing some of the sample tracks that you were recording for the show.
It was so
my
fun.
beats.
Yeah, you were really that was some big Nica energy right there. Like everybody out there, you've already heard them, so you know how good they are, but they're absolutely great killer tracks.
Thank you.
If people want to find more about you, where did they go to do it, Nica?
Yeah, I have a LinkedIn. It's under my full name, Nica Mork. I have an Instagram that is Slump Town with 2 N's at the end.
Yep.
Yeah, my LinkedIn is funny. There's like barely anything on there. I've been connecting with classmates.
I almost strictly
awesome.
repost. I think I've made one post on LinkedIn.
What's the post?
It was that I was going to be at Be Honest.
Hey,
cool.
it's a good one.
That's a good one, yeah.
Rip that Band-Aid off for that one, absolutely.
Yeah.
Where can people find you, Gabe, if they want to find you?
They can find me on Instagram at gabe.bidney, I believe. Not at Instagram.com, like I said last.
Again, you work at Instagram and
Imagine. No. And then you can also find me on LinkedIn as well at Gabriel Bidney, but don't call me Gabriel. That's a test, actually. Why I have it as Gabriel, because if people walk up to me in person and they say, "Are you Gabriel Bidney?" I'll be like, "Who are you?" Subconsciously, I always think that it's like my mom yelling at me because that's the only time anyone actually calls me Gabriel.
But you know to be in business mode or you're getting subpoenaed.
yeah, you've been served, Gabriel Bidney.
Yep, exactly. But Sean, where else can they find you?
Well, they can find me and a lot more about this show at dididothat.design, the website, or that's also our handle on Instagram. And again, you can follow our design students from the show notes or that very website. Thank you to all of you out there for listening. Our show art is by Joel Williams. Our music is by the great Nica Mork in the room with us, with additional music by somebody. If I need to pull in additional music, maybe Moby, because he has music now for some reason on the internet. I don't fully understand why, but
The
sure.
whale?
Yes. That's the exact one. My co-host on this and every episode is the great Gabe Bidney. Did I Do That? First Steps is produced by students from DES 425 Rodeo, part of the Portland State University Graphic Design Program. To learn more about PSU-GD, visit psu.gd. This has been Did I Do That? First Steps. And as we always say, one small step for a student.
What?
That's what we always say. Okay, bye.
Bye. Woo. We killed it,
my
y'all.
God.
I think everything worked there.
Yeah, this new format is so much better.
Yeah.
Like, it
Yeah,
just
this
works.
is great.
It's smooth as butter. Smooth as butter. Someone call BTS because this one's smooth as butter. Do you see? I know who BTS is.
I don't.
Yeah.
You don't know BTS, the
My ex
most famous band in the
K-pop?
world?
So you do know BTS a little bit.
Oh, I see.
I know who they are. I just don't. Really?
No, you and BTS.
Okay, I'm stopping.